Hey everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got a couple of minutes I want to spend with you because I kind of gave you an introduction earlier when I was talking about self-love and stop picking up trash and what have you. So many people who know me, my name is Aunt Mary's niece or Emma's daughter. Take a pick. Either way, I'm from Southside something, and I bring you greetings from something South Carolina. And today I want to talk about Chick-fil-A and how important it was to my personal growth and development. And hopefully this will benefit you and add value to your life. I have Hoodoo Hancho over here sitting off to the side of me. I asked her to come up here, but she hasn't yet. But nevertheless, I'm going to talk to you as I'm talking to her. And I want to show you something. These are my flowers that I bought myself. Yes, I had a very good um, and a little bit of a challenge of a Valentine's Day, which was good. I got a gift. I got many gifts, to be honest with you, but not every gift you're supposed to receive. What I say, Hoodoo Hanjo?
Not every gift is supposed to receive.
Okay, so someone gave me a gift, and one thing about me, I don't want nothing that nobody don't want me to have, and I don't want nothing that comes from not your heart. So when I felt like it was a heartfelt and I read what I read, and I was like, this ain't me, this don't pertain to me. And they didn't have my name on it. I said, oh, you know. So I said, you know what? I can do for myself. And God has put me in a great position where anything I want, I can just ask him. Ask her. Depending on how you look at it. I ain't get fuss with you about it. However you deem your spiritual life to be and whoever you call on as your higher power. But nevertheless, um, I was in a position I could do for myself. So I said, self, I love you. I love some me. And anybody who know me, they know that I love some me. So I went to Walmart and I bought this fresh bouquet of flowers. Look at that. I was gonna spend like $4. But then when I saw this is calling my name, I said, you know what? I'm the sunshine of my eye. I'm the apple of my eye. And you know why I can say that? Because I know to many people I'm that too. Let that sit with you for a minute. In order for somebody to treat you right and treat you good, you first have to treat yourself right and treat yourself good. It's not selfish because Hoodoo Hacho and I, we always having this debate because sometimes she do some selfish
I'm not
stuff.
selfish. She said every time I do my form of self-care, she calls it selfishness. I'm not selfish. I simply know my worth.
Yeah, she does, and I taught her worth too. And one of the things that I admire about Hoodoo Hancho, and I got you a gift too, because one of the things too, when I get myself something, because each one of my children, and even the grown one that I'm going to see later today, you got something too. I get each and every one of my kids something. Do I not?
That's true. She does.
Yes. You know why? And my grandkids too, because they are an extension of me.
I'm
And
still trying to adjust to the shock with your grandmother, and I'm not the first child. I'm kind of upset.
okay, I don't know if y'all can hear or not, but nevertheless, when I treat myself good, I also have to treat my children good.
Because she also wants that good karma. You already know if you
Yeah.
don't treat your kids good, you don't get nothing in life that's
You
good ever.
so didn't I teach you something? Because I always tell you when I'm dealing with folks, I can tell how good that you have been to your family or been to your personal, like your kids and stuff, based upon your health, things that are going on in your life, and different things of that nature. There's no way possible, not a good mother. A good mother would never go and do for herself and don't do for her kids. I ain't never seen one. And trust me, I got a lot of great spiritual moms. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with one that's in Columbia, South Carolina, and you had an opportunity to hear me and one of my other spiritual moms talk. I got a lot of great women that you'll probably never see that has been in the background of my life who has helped me. Godparents, I mean, a lot of good people along the way. But in order to have those good people and good foundation, and even I got a great godfather, sometimes if you have my personal account on Facebook, sometimes you'll see him message me or not. Great people. It takes great people in order for you to accomplish great things. And everybody is not necessarily seen. Now, some of my kids you haven't seen on camera. But nevertheless, if I'm going to do something for myself, I'm going to do it also for my children. So I was going to buy me some $4 flowers from out of Walmart over there. But then I started thinking, I said, I got these little girls in the house, and then we have my grown daughter, she's coming over. and my grandkids. I need to get enough flowers so everybody can enjoy it. Everybody can take the time and look at the sunflowers, the roses, and the different things in different colors, and letting them know how valuable that I feel that they are in my life. So without further ado, I'm going to actually take these flowers and put them in water because everybody know I love my little flowers. I got a little garden inside the house, outside the house. Some food we can eat, but some food we just look at, or some items. And when I had my office, what I would do is every week I would also buy the office flowers, and I got out of that. So this says live, laugh, and love. So I'm gonna put these right here just for a minute, and I think they look pretty good. What you think? And I got some flower food. Now, if you don't have the packet of flower food, the things that you can use is Epsom salt, and you can use a little bit of orange juice and a little bit of salt. And that help preserve your flowers too. A lot of people don't know that. But there's a lot of stuff you can do with Epsom salt, matter of fact. But you never ever come over here, food and hot show. I need your help because you got to hold these flowers. You don't put the flower food on the ends of the stem. I probably should have also cut the stem because that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe I'll do it a little bit later because I got some things I got to get done. But I want to spend some time with my daughters today and help and shape and develop them because a lot of times I get overly busy. But my first ministry should be to my children, to my family, because that's what the Bible says. Is it not true? So I got my little flower food in here. I'll take my little bottled water. And it could be actually the faucet water is a little bit better than bottled water. But sometimes when you put bottled water inside of flowers, it can make your flowers stink. But I'm just doing it nevertheless because I know how to freshen it up. I'm a country gal. I grew up on a farm. I grew up getting up early in the morning. Still do it to this day. I get up every morning around 3:30 so I can pray. But not just pray for me, but pray for my community. Pray for other communities and other people and different things of that nature. And I go ahead and start my morning work. So a lot of times I done did work before people see me do work. So that way, if you see me throughout the day hanging about, look, this look kind of nice. You want to smell it? Come on, smell it.
I smell it.
I want you to smell it again. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want when you grow up.
I never not feel good about
I know that, but I need you to hear me. When you grow up, I don't want you to ever think that you have to accept less than who you are, less than what you desire, and you have to accept crap because you don't have to accept crap from no one. You got your granddaddy blood inside of me, and one thing we believe, we are not. Thank you, Keith. How you doing? One thing we believe, we take no shit and we cause no harm. But
don't test us because we will cause harm.
no. But just because you can, don't mean you should, and just because you can, don't mean you won't. So let's put it like that. But nevertheless, in ministry, you have to have self-love for yourself. Because I can't give what I don't have. How can I give love to other people and I don't love myself? I ain't never see it happen. I love, I accept, and I approve of myself. And I'm trying to teach my children something and young ladies. And I was telling my oldest daughter today, I'm getting ready to hurt a lot of their feelings because I'm kind of disappointed in some things I've seen. But you know what the problem is? Me. I got so busy and doing what I wanted to do that I neglected my first ministry, which was to my family. So I'm getting ready to call a board meeting, and we all gonna sit down. We're gonna talk, grandkids included. The only one that's gonna be missing is the son, because everybody know he in the military. But for the young ladies that I do have, we got to sit down. We're gonna have to have a soul talk because we got to get this thing right. And like I told them, I would rather go through stuff and not really have the stuff that I want to do, or I have the fun I want to have, so that they can have the life that they want to live. Why? I can make that sacrifice. I've had a great life, still have a great life, but sometimes you have to be the example. And again, someone asked me about my name. Someone asked me what it meant, and that put some things in perspective for me, and it helped me to want to glorify God a little bit more and to add value. So I had one of the best female bosses in the world, And one of the things I love when she said in boardroom meetings and such, and even just having casual conversations, um, add value to people's life. And one of the things too, I will say, I was looking at the card that you gave me when I left that particular company. I looked at it on the 13th of February, and that was the day that means a whole lot to me, where I accomplished a goal that I wanted to do since 1987. The Lord blessed me with the ability to do so. After getting laughed at or what have you, but I usually have the last laugh, so I ain't worried about it. But nevertheless, I looked at that card and it was so heartfelt, and it helped me to do better and wanted to do better for you all who's looking at AuntMarysNiece.com and putting some things in perspective and living my truth. But not only living my truth for me, but living my truth for others, because I'm leaving a legacy. I have children and they're looking at me, and I have cousins, on one side of my family, I'm the oldest grandchild. They have kids too. And even though we may not talk on a consistent basis, I don't know who might be looking. You might be looking at me. And so I got to be kind of careful about what I do. And so I was telling my children, I said, I'm going to call you all. We're going to have us a board meeting, and we're going to talk, and we're going to sit around, and we're going to correct some things that I see. But it's nobody's fault but mine that I had let some things go. So now I got to put it back in space. Hulu honcho. I know. That was one of the main problems right there. We're going to sit and talk about. And I told them, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that each and every one of them get upset with me so they can have a support system. I'm not going to talk to them individually. So when they get mad with me and I tell them what I got to tell them, it's going to be collective. That way they can talk about their mama behind my back, because they ain't crazy enough to tell me unless I ask. And when I do ask, they're going to have respect for me, because I'm only talking to them out of love and out of admiration and out of respect. But I know some of the things I'm going to tell them and the way that I'm going to tell it to them, because I still got my daddy blood in me. They ain't going to like it. But as a parent, you do not give them everything that they like. You give them the things that they need. So these flowers that I do have, these are not only for me, but also for my children and my grandchildren, so that they can enjoy it too. They can go to, I think I'm gonna put them on the dining room table, or I might keep them here, I don't know. But nevertheless, I want to put it in a place where if they want to go and smell the roses, smell the sunflowers, smell the rest of the stuff. I think this might be some lavender. I don't know. I need to really look at it. But nevertheless, I want them to have the ability to enjoy life. And no matter how simplistic it is, sometimes you got to buy your own flowers. And you need to buy your flowers while you're living. You need to have your flowers while you're living. Because it don't make sense if people put flowers on the grave. My real mother, she's dead. She never liked flowers, so that's why I don't put flowers on her grave. I put other things that she liked. Ooh, did I just say that out loud? I think I did. But nevertheless, it's just to show you how much I value and appreciate her things along the way. And one of my uncles yesterday reminded me that Rome wasn't built in a day. And one of the things I loved about him, about 10 years ago, he told me, he said, don't despise the day of small beginnings. So, I might have, some people look at me, some people don't, but I still got to put out my message out there, because I got something I got to say, and I got to make sure I say it, and say it with, in a way that I can enjoy my flowers and make sure that whatever impact that I'm doing or making is adding value to somebody else's life. And so the thing that Chick-fil-A taught me, I went away from that, didn't I? Well, let me bring it back in, because I know how to stay on top of it and get back off, and to put it back together again when I have to. It taught me about self-love and self-respect. Because one of the main reasons why I was going there about 4 times out of 7 days a week was because they had fresh flowers on the table. And sometimes I just wanted just to smell the flowers, no matter what they were. They could have been the baby breath or what have you, just to have something that was kind of different. So I thank you, Chick-fil-A, for the impact that you have made in my life. I thank you for those calendars. I wish we can go back to those days, because that's how I usually give out my Christmas gifts. I buy 35 calendars, and the people who have made an impact, who have helped my life to be a little bit easier along the way, because you need people. People need people. I try to bless them with a calendar, and so now I got to come up with something different. But the reason why that calendar would to help to feed them throughout the year, in various different items. I love, 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 love a Chick-fil-A calendar, and I love the fact that other people love them too. You couldn't go wrong with it. And so,
only time that you can go wrong with the calendar is
when
when
what?
you had the choice months and you can only get something to drink like a water.
Okay, the
That would be
Dasani
upset.
waters or what have you.
Yeah, that
But
would
you
be,
know what? But you got to think about it. Did you have to pay anything for that water?
Mommy, you going through a line, possibly staying there for like 30 minutes to get you a bottle of water. You could
That
have
might
went
be
to the
true.
store.
Yeah, that might be true. But also look at the quality. I only been to one Chick-fil-A, and that was in Florence, South Carolina, and they tore it down and built it back up. That Chick-fil-A was the only one I went to that didn't have the high quality service. And when they built it back up, everything went back to the same brand. But I will say this, Chick-fil-A has also given us the ability, whenever they had a problem, they always corrected it. They had no issues with seeing, okay, well, maybe I didn't do something right this time. And that's another thing they taught me, to be humble and to still see the pleasure in serving others, good, bad, or indifferent. But always have flowers on your table. And now you need to have fresh flowers. You don't need to have fake flowers on your table. And there's reasons behind that. So have fresh flowers. If they're dying, you need to kind of prune it or what have you. Like I'm getting ready to get this one little thing right here out. And my flowers have to be right. Because think about it, you want the sweetness, you want the goodness, you want the beauty, and you want things to come your way. But you can only do that if you lead by example.
And honestly, why would you put fake flowers on your teeth on your table anyway? You put those on the braids. What's wrong with you?
You know what? We might be doing a story time on that once I come up with a template or what have you. But you brought a very valuable point. So Chick-fil-A taught me about self-love, self-respect, and always have fresh things and do for yourself. If you work hard on a daily basis, even if it's $5 you should spend on yourself out of your paycheck. That's right. I said, you know what? I forgot to do my little banner. Okay. Spend $5 on yourself. Pay yourself. You know, if you don't have a church home and you would like to donate your 10% or what have you, this is a ministry. Feel more than welcome to donate to AuntMarysNiece.com. And I do thank you for the people that have in other states and other places, as well as in the something community that make donations and such. Because sometimes those donations go to people who need them. I don't always keep them. Sometimes people need things and they're not going to go to an agency or what have you. And then sometimes you don't want to put on camera who need what or put it in papers who need what. You just go ahead and do it because that's what real people do. So I just want to just encourage you to love yourself, to approve of yourself, give yourself self-love. If you want to buy an item, don't wait for somebody else to do something for you that you can do for yourself. Because again, not every gift you can receive. I got some good gifts, but that one gift that I got, I left it right there. And they still asking me to come back and get it. That wasn't for me. And I don't want it. I went and got myself exactly what I want, exactly what I need, because God has given me the ability to do such.
Can I say something?
I know you will. So I'm going to let you say it anyway. Come on in. Come on in the house. Come on in the room.
So, y'all, it's the people on I'm sure y'all recognize my voice by now. I've been doing this for a little while now. So, I just want to address something,
Oh, goodness. I don't know what you're going to say. Ooh.
I just want to elaborate on what my mom said about how, she took what she left what she didn't want and got what she wanted. I just want to say that if you ever give me a gift and I tell you exactly what I want and you get me something else, for instance, if I tell you that I want a new gaming system and you give me socks for Christmas and you got the funds to give me the gaming system and you give me socks telling me that it's the thought that counts, I'm going to immediately get upset.
But you know what's so funny about that? I woke up this morning thinking I was going to go get them a gaming system, but I was going to wait till the other child come here with grandkids. But I may not do it now. I don't know. Because again, just because you can don't mean you should. But I did wake up thinking
No,
about getting.
seriously.
No, I'm serious. I did wake up this morning, and when I was cross, well, I can't tell where I was at. When I was in a certain location, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the kids a gaming system because they have been very good kids, and they have allowed me to do a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. And truthfully, we're a team, you know. But that don't mean that I don't love them enough and that they can go. I can love you enough to let you go. Why? Because the reason why I can do such a thing because nobody will ever be able to use my kids against me. I said, you know, you would do this if you love. I love them enough to let them go. You
It's
heard
not
me?
the thought that counts. I don't care about what you was thinking when you bought them socks. It's not what I asked for.
What you saw? Because I don't think it was
I'm
me.
just saying, like in general. If I ask you for something specific and you give me something else, I don't care if you tell me it's the thought that counts. I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
It's not the thought that counts. I don't care what your intentions were. It's what you gave me.
Okay.
That
so,
is what I'm gonna judge you off of.
I'm sitting in the seat. It's kind of low for me.
And I'm gonna get you some socks too. And I'm gonna get them a size smaller because I know your big feet stuff can't fit them anyway.
That's a message for somebody. I don't know who it's for, but nevertheless. Now, she know that I give my kids what I want them to have. They might have desires, but sometimes the no is a blessing. And I often tell them that. And they know that I'm the queen of yeah, that too. But I'm the queen of buying things after the holiday because I went to Walmart thinking I was gonna get y'all some Valentine's Day stuff because it's supposed to be like 50% to 75% off. But I did do something for Valentine's Day for them now. Keep this in mind. I might have those type of ways, but generally speaking, when I do something for me, I'm gonna do something for them too. You know why? Because they are mine. They're an extension of me. And one of these days I'm gonna get old, gold and gray. You know, you gotta live a golden life, you know? And when I get old, I want them to say, you know what, when my mama could, she did for me. And if I'm in my right mind, which I hope to be, and if I'm not, I want somebody to be able to take care of me and say, you know what, I'm gonna love this lady because she has done this for me. But even if not, gotta put a ram in the bush and make sure I'm well taken care of because I take care of my children. Do not. You know why? And you know why I boost their self-esteem? Is because they're the extension of me. I made sure, and I was thinking about this today too, because I want to make sure, like Huda Concha, she's getting ready to get in a position where she can date. And I want to make sure that she dates well and she get quality men. Quality men. Quality men. And one of the things I did for them at a very young age, with the exception of maybe two of the kids, maybe three, I took them on that first helicopter ride. Why? Because yes, I wanted them to show them that they were worth something and they had value, even at a young age. And it didn't cost me much, you know. A lot. Yeah, I just make things look expensive, but we do a lot of simple stuff. And even today, I might need to go get some more wine glasses because I remember when I went to New York, I had to pay a bunch of money for a Coca-Cola, and I got some Coca-Colas in here. And I also got some wine for me for when Queen Sugar come up. I can sit down and some cupcakes. I bought y'all cupcakes too.
You watch Queen Sugar?
Yeah, they got a new episode coming on tonight. So I want to have me some wine and cupcakes, and I want them to have a wine glass, and I want them to be able to have their cupcake and have their soda or their juice or Gatorade, whatever they want to put in there. Because I'm trying to teach them something. I'm trying to teach them how to value themselves in that. And I don't want to be the only one that drink out of a nice glass and don't give that to my children. But nevertheless, we done talked a whole lot of stuff. Y'all like that? That's how we do in something South Carolina when we get comfortable. We don't put some words that supposed to be in there. I was supposed to say we don't talk about a whole lot of stuff, but you know, I know we're supposed to go there. I can speak well when I want to, and I can speak Ebonics. I can speak Gullah Geechee, or I just want to be myself. And I love being Aunt Mary's niece. That's one of the blessings that God has given me, and I hope that I'm giving you blessings too by showing value, you know. And maybe one day we can sit along when we get 25 people to look. We go get us a Happy Meal. Yeah, that's what I said. Go get us a kids meal, Happy Meal. And I'll tell you about that if somebody asks me why do I do Happy Meals sometimes. And but Chick-fil-A taught me how to love myself, how to make sure I can smell my flowers while I'm still living and enjoy my food. But guess what? It's not about just me, myself, and I, because I have a family, I have extended family, I have adopted families, I have a spiritual community. And so as I'm doing for me, I'm doing for them. Because there's no I in team, and there's a whole lot of us. Whole lot of us. I got that from Dingle Street. And so with us usins, we're gonna go ahead and have lunch because I got a meeting at 2 o'clock, so I got to kind of get ready for that. And so I'll talk to you all later. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and go out and buy your own flowers and what have you. And just know that some gifts you don't need. Leave it right there, especially when it wasn't given to you in a way that you can receive it. Bye bye. I'm trying to hang up. Oh.